In a state of natural calamity, there's only one thing you need to prepare. This video is for you, your friends, your family, or people you want to keep safe. Hi guys! Recently, there have been a lot of earthquakes. To help protect yourself against natural calamities, there's only one thing you need to prepare. You should have your wits about you. But this video will discuss about things that you can do to help yourself prepare for natural calamities. We will go over what things you can prepare after a calamity, prolonged calamities, what you should wear, how to make the house calamity proof. I will leave a list of the official Evac Centres that were announced at the section below. I'll also link to PhilVault where you can read up on what you can do and other tips that they might have, some other resources I find, okay? So go check them out. Every time there is a calamity, especially if it's a big one, you should have a continuity plan. Some of the things that you should consider backing up are your hard disks, your papers, your documents, your IDs. Passports, you should have them safe and ready to go. You should have some cash ready, and that's important, especially when something happens, you know what to pull out. You have only a set of small number of tools that you need to pull out in case you have to move somewhere anytime a calamity happens. Especially when there's a lot of rubble, mask and eye protection are good to have. You can protect your basic assets such as your eyes and your breathing, respiration. It's good to have a knife handy, something that can be sheatheded so it's safe. Normally one-sided blade would be good, have a steady grip. Start a fire. To start a fire, you know, people will want to train you how to build flints, but that's like so overrated. What you just need to do is bring a battery and just hook a copper wire around it. You can pick it up from anywhere or any metal object. That will actually cause a fire. This is the main reason why you have a lot of barn fires. Besides those, you can also prepare power banks. You can also prepare Google Maps. Another thing you can do is to examine Google Maps where key institutions are, such as police, hospitals, radio stations, or broadcast TV stations, where they are. When you need help, you can radio for help, medical attention, medical equipment, and so on. Especially water. What you can do to prepare yourself is know the emergency procedures. It's good to know where fire extinguishers are, where the fire hoses are, where the clinic is, who are the evac personnel, who are the people who can help you, where are they situated, like where are the maintenance buildings, or where are they stationed, or where are there extra vehicles that you can use. Those are very important. A lot of people I saw were very dependent with their companies when trying to decide if they should go to work or not. You should have a basis for deciding which is safer at home or at the office. You should stay away after a calamity from anything that sparks, any electrical wires that are naked, stay away from them. In the city per se, you should stay away from skyscrapers because of the falling debris. In some cases, it is actually safer at the office. In some cases, it's not. Especially if your building is rated at a level 4 for earthquakes, it's relatively safer. But it also has its drawbacks. Personally, prefer somewhere away from skyscrapers and away from falling debris. Your life and what you should do with your life is under your discretion. You should know which is more important to you. Almost every contract defaults when there's a natural calamity. Your responsibility with your company, your responsibility with other contracts usually fall apart. You don't really need to fulfill any of these because it is a natural calamity. And that's a natural law. Most countries enforce that. So let's answer that question. Should you go to work or should you not? Simple answer is where it is safer. That's it. For prolonged calamities. Another thing that you consider is resources. Wherever there is an abundance of resource and there is not a lot of competition where you can get water, scale resources for help such as Evac Centres or established emergency locations are good to know. Police stations are good to know. Hospitals are also good to know. Go to provinces where there's less competition and more resources are available for less. Mostly transportation will be limited. Roads might be blocked off and trucks that supply basic necessities such as food will actually kill you just because of the prices. Go to where there is less competition for natural resources, farther from the cities. Have open communication lines. So even if you're away from the city, make sure that there is a cell site or a broadcast tower nearby that you can transmit or communicate to the outside world with. In case of an emergency, you should know what you should wear. If you're in an urban setting, it's very important that you wear clothes that are long sleeved, lab coats or things like that. And you need some sort of insulation. Shoes with rubber soles are very important if in case you need to come across any electrical wiring that is open or you're not sure. Keeping your house safe or ready for earthquakes. One thing that you should do is keep your kitchenware where they should be. Like put your knives, your utensils in their cupboards. You should have them safe and stowed. In case something rocks, you should have that. In case you want to be very sure, sometimes people put latches on their cupboards so that they don't open when it's shaking. Put down anything that might be hazardous, like picture frames or things with glass. Stay away from them. And in case there is an earthquake, stay away from glass panes and go to corners. Now, drop, tuck, and cover is only good if you're under a very stable structure, which is not the case for most desks, so be careful. Especially in offices, they tell you to drop, tuck, and cover, but those partitions are really, really flimsy sometimes, and you know, if you just put your weight on it, what more the entire building? Typically useless. Okay guys, so that's it. Those are all my tips. If you like this video, go ahead and click that like and subscribe at the bottom down below. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or other tips, feel free to comment them at the bottom and share what you know. I'll leave a link on the description for the Evac Centres that were posted recently and other tips I might find useful. If this information is useful for you, for your office mates, for your friends, family, go ahead and share this video and make sure they subscribe in case this happens again. Thank you for watching.